Guys, if you are like me that does not want to waste any time, I hope this video is of value for you. I created two videos for regarding CityFHEPS and FHEPS application system. The first video was a tutorial how to do the whole application process step by step for realtors. The second video was a walkthrough of an inspection with a caseworker. This video is, I think, the most important video because this pre-clearance has to be done correctly. And if it's not done correctly, you're going to waste a week of time, right? So I want to quickly go over the pre-clearance. Pre-clearance is pretty much the city verifying the landlord to see if he or she is the owner. It doesn't matter if it's a one-family house, doesn't matter if it's a single room, doesn't matter if it's a multi-family building. They have to match the name, the LLC with the title. And when I say they, I'm talking about the city that's going to approve the apartment. Okay, so I quickly want to just go over this. It's a very simple application, but if it's done wrong, you're going to get a fail on the pre-clearance. And usually it takes 2 or 3 days, or maybe a week. It's been a little longer lately. So we want to make sure it's done correctly. And I quickly pre-filled the application out for you. So that way I'm not sitting just typing away. Okay. So let's go right ahead. The first section here gives you sections or gives you options of different entities that can apply for the pre-clearance. Okay, just to give you an example, the landlord can actually do the application himself, right? A broker, also a DHS shelter provider can also do it. So yes, you have options as well. So for right now, I clicked on broker because this video is for real estate agents and brokers, especially new agents as well that are lost during the process. And when I started, I was very, very lost with this process. But I am so sorry. Let's backtrack. And I just want to quickly go over the steps again before submitting this. First, you have to have a fully signed lease, executed lease from the landlord to tenant. Second, you need a fully completed landlord's packet, signed, make sure it's correct. That is complete. Then a copy of your real estate license. Okay, once you have that in one PDF attachment, you're going to have that ready for the caseworker. Okay, the caseworker is going to ask for this pre-clearance. Okay, so usually I like to have the packet done before, and then I usually do the pre-clearance. Okay, so yes. All right, so they're going to ask you in the building section, is this a building? You're going to put yes. All right, and also if it's a basement, you're going to put yes as well. But be careful, basements are very hard to get approved. So you have to make sure that you have all your ducks in order if it's a legal basement. They're very, very strict with this. They don't play with this. Okay. Let me jump to the inspection contact. The inspection contact is the person that's going to be receiving the results. So I would really suggest that you, as the realtor, put your name and information so that way you have the results. I wouldn't rely on the landlord or I wouldn't rely on anyone else just because we don't know their schedules. You will get the results right in your email. So I'm not going to put my information. I'm just going to put examples or different names. So the realtor's name is going to be J. Joe. Okay, so you're going to put first name, last name, very simple, phone number, email. Okay, let's go back to the building. You're going to put the building or the property that you're going to rent out. Okay, so I created 112 Main Street in the Bronx. It's a 2-unit. Make sure that is correct. Okay, they will know. They when I say they, the city will know. Um, if it's a 2-family, if it's a 3-family, because they do verify the title and deed. They verify everything. They're very good with it. They're very sharp. And then the next question is the building ADA compliant? What does ADA mean? What does compliant mean as far as the ADA? So anyone who has any disability, do they have access to the building? Anyone with a wheelchair, is there a ramp going to the front door? That's what they're talking about ADA. If it is, yes. If it's not, no. Okay. And does the building have an elevator? Yes or no. So right now I'm just putting no for the mock application. Is this building rent stabilized or rent controlled? So that's something that you would look up, or also ask the landlord to see if they know. For right now, we're going to put no. This is very important. The landlord's information is very crucial. Why? Because they're going to verify, the city is going to verify the name or the LLC of the landlord to the title, to the deed. Okay. And it has to match. If it's not matched, it's a straight fail. And again, you lose 2 or 3 days or maybe a week. We don't want that. We want to pass, submit the application, and off to the race. Okay. So put the first name, last name, phone number, email, and this section right here is specifically the landlord's address. Now, not all landlords live in their investment property, so you have to make sure that their current living address is there. I have some landlords from Florida, from Jersey, from PA that live in different states, but they still have investment property in the 5 boroughs. So that's very important. There's a drop down that says, is there an assigned broker? Now, you're going to put, this is where your information is going to be. Okay, so you're going to put the name. I had this wrong, so let me put this. So you're going to put the name of the agent, so J. Joe. You're going to put the license number, your license number. Okay, so I'm just going to put zeros representing license number. You're going to put the brokerage on the business name. Okay, so EXP Realty is the brokerage. You're going to put your broker's name, first and last name, and then your name. Or if you're the broker, you could put your name, and then if you're the agent, first name, last name. Now the address on this side is the brokerage address, so make sure that's correct as well. Address, suite, apartment number, city, state, zip code, phone number. This phone number, I would put my phone number. I usually put my phone number just in case. Sometimes you have a big brokerage like eXp Realty, big office, and you want to make sure that any questions or anything goes straight to you, not the brokerage office, because they won't even know. So you would put your email here. All right, so it's very simple. Okay, so now the next step is apartment and room. So they're going to verify how many rooms, how many apartments, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I pre-filled it. So I'm going to put apartment number 1 on the first floor. So apartment 1, first floor. Now they're asking for rooms. So I am renting out a 3-bedroom, which has 6 rooms. So you have to just make sure you have the correct amount of rooms and correct amount of bedrooms. They're also going to ask to see if this property is a condo, which you can rent out, or a co-op, co-ops are very restrictive. Not a lot of co-ops rent apartments or allow uh, landlords to rent their apartments. So regardless, they're asking for that. So if it is yes, you would touch this drop down and you just put co-op or condo. Right now, I'm putting NA. If it is, you will have to put the condo's tax block number and the condo tax lot number as well. If it's not, if it's NA, you would just put zeros, all zeros. All right. So also, the program does allow for single room occupancy. So if it's a single room, you could check right here. But this is not a single room. This is for using this as a 3-bedroom. 3 bedrooms are going for $3,777. So you put the rent amount down, and then there's a drop box here. Okay, right here, and it's just gonna verify the tenant's name. Oops, let's go back. Sorry, let me see. Right here. Yep, tenant's name. So it says, please check the box if this is a client match apartment or room registration. So I typed in my client or the tenant's name and first name and last name. That's pretty much it. You will update it, make sure everything is updated correctly. What I do is I'll go back, quickly go over to see if I miss anything. Just make sure. And this is the most important part. When you submit, I'm going to submit. It's going to, oh, so it says broker's email address is invalid. Building address is invalid. So we have to fix that. So let's quickly fix that. So let's maybe since I put a wrong, let's put something else. Let's put that. So regardless, once you submit, because this is a mock, right? And you see how they're very thorough. They won't even allow you to submit if it's completed. Once you submit, you're going to get a reference number. And this reference number, you're going to submit the reference number with the packet to the caseworker. And you will wait for the results. Once you get it passed, you will send the actual PDF packet of the pre-clearance with the results to the caseworker, and then they will allow you to do the inspection. Inspection will not happen unless all the paperwork has been completed and submitted, and that's including the pre-clearance. And that's why I say pre-clearance is important. And pre-clearance is really going to either speed up the process or slow down the process, depending if you're going to do it correctly. So I hope this helps. Again, please go back to my other videos as reference. I'm doing this to help agents save time, save headaches, because I've wasted a lot of time going through the learning process and no one really taught me this. So I wanted to bring this to you guys as just value for saving time, because if you save time, you can work on the next thing, and that brings success. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me or put it down on the comments. Speaking of the description, I'm going to put the link to the pre-clearance on my description, and that way you could save it on your phone, you could save it on your laptop, so that way you have a reference, a guideline reference to have. So hope this helps. See you on the next one.